Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ronin's Den. This is Eric, and we are continuing our companion series for our Night Below 2nd Edition Advanced Dungeons & Dragons game. And we're looking at another one of the player character species in this video. That species being the Halflings. Now, just like the other character options, we are not getting into the lore of Halflings in this video. That's because lore depends on what campaign setting you're using, whether you're homebrewing or not, and it's unimportant to what we're talking about here. We're going to purely be talking about what you get when you choose to be a Halfling in 2nd edition. Now, the Player's Handbook does make a call out for 3 varieties of Halfling, those being the tall fellow, the stout, and the hare feet. And in the Player's Handbook, there is very little, if any, functional difference between the 3 of them. They all get the same ability score adjustments, and they all have largely the same abilities as characters as well. I will call out those special cases where there is a difference, and that usually centers around making a Halfling of the stout variety. Okay, moving on. When you roll up your Halfling, you get the following ability score adjustments. You get a +1 bonus to your dexterity and a -1 penalty to your strength. Picking a Halfling, you have 3 character classes available to you. You have the Cleric, which can be up to 8th level. The Fighter can reach 9th, and the Thief can get up to 15th. Halflings have a single multi-class option available to them, that being the Fighter Thief. Halflings like gnomes and dwarves, they get a bonus to save versus magical wands, rods, staves, spells, and in this case toxins as well, and this is all based off of the Halfling's constitution. So if we were to look at the table on screen, you start getting a bonus when you reach that 4 to 6 mark of +1, and by the time you hit 18 you have a +5 bonus to save versus those things. Halflings get a bonus to save a bonus to attack with certain weapons. Those weapons being slings and throwing weapons. This works out really well for those Halfling thieves with throwing daggers. They get a +1 bonus to their attack rolls. Halflings have a naturally high dexterity. A thief has a requirement of 9 dexterity at minimum, so you're obviously going to put your best score in dexterity, and that +1 bonus to attack as a Halfling will stack with any dexterity bonus that you would normally get, which is very nice that it stacks. Halflings, they also share some traits with dwarves, as we just saw with the stat adjustment, the saving throw bonuses, but they get some as well with elves. So a Halfling who is traveling alone or with a party of only other Halflings and elves who is attempting to sneak up on and gain surprise on their enemies, as long as they are not wearing metal armor and are only traveling with elves or other Halflings, or they're 90 feet away from the party who are not Halflings and elves, they are able to give their opponents a -4 penalty to their surprise checks. And just like elves, if they need to open a door, a screen, a curtain, that penalty is reduced to -2. But as we'll see when we get forward into the mechanics of the game, surprise is a very nice thing if you can gain it. It can make the difference between a success or a failed combat scenario sometimes. Now, this is one of those situations where the type of Halfling you are does end up making a difference. So it has to do with infravision. The Player's Handbook says any Halfling character has a 15% chance to have normal infravision. This is 60 feet. 60 feet is considered your normal baseline infravision in Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd Edition. Failing that 15% chance, there is a 25% chance that they would have limited infravision, and this is 30 feet. So if you don't make your 15% chance, you don't make your 25% chance, you do not have infravision. Now, it does say that if you are a pure stout halfling, you get that 60-foot infravision. So if you say, I'm just going to be a stout, you don't need to make that roll. You just get the 60-foot infravision. Now, personally, what I do in my games, because I have the supplement, which is the complete handbook of gnomes and halflings, I just go to the entry for the different types of halflings, and whichever one you want to be, we use whatever the infravision's listed in that book, and we move on with it. Now, halflings who are stout, so of your stout variety only, have abilities kind of like a dwarf when they're underground as well. So, on a roll of 1, 2, or 3 on a d4, they can determine what the slope of a passage that they're going down, whether they're going down, whether they're going up, what the percentage on it is. Then, if they want to determine what direction they're heading underground, they roll a d6, and on a 1, 2, or 3, they know if they're heading north, south, east, west, northeast, southeast, etc., and so forth. Just like a dwarf, they would need to spend at least the minute concentrating and focus only on maintaining that information. What direction am I heading? What's my slope of passage? But that has been our look into the halflings in 2nd edition Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. We only have one more of these videos, and then we're going to be starting our classes. In the next video, we are going to combine half-elves and humans into one video. And then we're going to be moving into the different character classes and mechanics. And I look forward to catching you all in those videos as well. If you found this helpful in any way, shape, or form, or entertaining, if you could do me a huge favor and just go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, it really helps us out. We're trying very hard to grow this channel. Hell, if we can get 10,000 followers by the end of the year, I'll shave my beard. But keep check back with us on our bi-weekly release for Welcome to Capiterra that Steve is storytelling for us, and we're doing our companion series for that one, where we're teaching you everything you need to know to run and make characters in Fabula Ultima as well. And I will catch you next time with humans and half-elves.